Hello everybody. Hi. I'm gonna read you guys a book today with my soft voice. Soft spoken. It's called Time for Flowers, Time for Snow. And it's a Canadian book. It is written by Glenn Huser, illustrated by Philip Beha, and that's it. I'm gonna start reading to you guys. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna use my soft spoken. Here's the first picture. Okay. Here we go. Have you ever wondered why? The seasons come and go. Springtime bursts with flowers, while winter's filled with snow, and brightly colored butterflies speared their wings in June, then curl up in winter for sleep in a cocoon. And poppies bloom like fire when barley stalks are tall, and through the woods of autumn the leaves began to fall. And why the heart of winter is deathly still and cold, and plants that swayed in summer are grown cracked and old. Then listen to this tale of grief, a mother's love, and how the underworld shaped the seasons up above. So this is a story of the Greek goddess of harvest, Demeter. I'm going to read the back to you guys. Demeter loves her daughter Persephone more than life itself. So after Persephone is kidnapped by Hades, ruler of the underworld, Demeter's sorrow covers the earth in winter snow. The crops fail and Zeus sends his messenger Hermes to bring about Persephone's release. By turns hilarious and deeply moving, Glenn Huser's interpretation of this iconic Greek myth offers an enchanting parable about why the seasons change, that times of abundance and joy are followed by those of scarcity and sorrow. Paired with Philip Beha's soaring illustrations is a powerful meditation on the wheel of life itself. It says, there's also includes in a CD in this book, it says, included is a CD of the opera performed by over 180 Quebec school children, accompanied by the Orchestre Symphonique Pop de Montreal and narrated by the legendary Terry Jones of Monty Python fame. Okay, so next page. So this is, I think, the beginning of the actual. Here's the picture. Ready? Long ago, except where the god Hades pushed up rocks as he shrugged his shoulders in the underworld, and where his brother Poseidon, I'm sure I'm not saying these names properly, but I'm gonna do my best. His brother Poseidon, I think that's how they say it, Poseidon splashed water into the lakes and rivers. All the world was as beautiful as a garden. Even so, people in towns and cities used Hades' stones for paving streets and building walls. And Zeus, the king of the gods, built a palace of cold marble and granite atop Mount Olympus. But the goddess Demeter, responsible for all the greenery on earth, hated the palace on Mount Olympus. You can live on top of this rock pile, she said to Zeus, but I must live where the hills are green and leafy trees reach their branches to the heavens, and there are beautiful flowers all the time. So she fled to the lush countryside with her daughter Persephone. You can never have too many flowers, I say. Gladiolas by moonlight and lilies by day. Surround me with the blossoms, the sweet-smelling rose. Let me walk in the glen where the hyacinth grows. Fill baskets with blossoms to set by my bed. Wear a tiara of violets to place on my head. A corsage on my shoulder, a lotus to hold. Can that be a crocus with petals of gold? The language of flowers, let's learn it by heart. Flowers for friendship, so we'll never apart. Say it, Persephone, flowers, my dear, flowers for us every day of the year. Flowers for us every day of the year. You can never have too many flowers. I know, flowers on the hillside, in the valleys below. Flowers for friendship and flowers for love. Flowers as gold as the sun up above. The language of flowers, let's learn it by heart. Flowers for friendship, so we'll never apart. Flowers as sweet as a nightingale's song. Flowers for both of us all the year long. Flowers for both of us all the year long. Next page. Here is the picture for you guys to see. One afternoon, even though her lessons weren't quite finished, Persephone asked if she might go out to play with her friends. Don't go wandering off by yourself, her mother warned her. You're very beautiful, my dear. Be careful, the woods and the fields could be dangerous, and you never know when a god who's had too much wine to drink or a pipe-playing goat-footed son of Pan might become smitten with you. Don't trust any of them. They are spinners of tales. Don't worry, Mother, Persephone said. I'll scare them off with my flower power. Persephone's friends were waiting for her, and in no time at all they were combing the hills for bright poppies to wear in their hair and chasing each other with long stalks of woolspang. Let's play hide and seek, Persephone said. It was her favorite game. Hide your eyes, Persephone, hide your eyes. Hide your eyes, Persephone, hide your eyes. Hide your eyes, hide your eyes, hide your eyes. Hide your eyes, Persephone, count to 100. Be sure not to peek. I know a spot she'll never guess. See those bulrushes down by the creek? See those bulrushes down by the creek? For me, the goat herd's rickety shed. I like that hollow beyond the hill. The branches of a persimmon tree are perfect if you are quiet and still. Hide your eyes, Persephone, count to 100. Take it slow, you'll never find me in the garden bin, over there where the grapevines grow. I like the gate by the temple porch. How about back of the waterfall? The best spot I think you'll ever find is just behind the meadow wall. Hide your eyes, Persephone, hide your eyes. Count to 100. Oh, such fun. While we are hiding, you could rest, happy and warm in the afternoon sun. When she finished counting, she opened her eyes and noticed an exquisite narcissus blooming beneath a lemon tree. The narcissus, with its heart of gold as the sun and its petals as white as the moon, was her mother's favorite flower. There were even more of them just beyond an outcropping of rocks. I'll make a bouquet for my mother, she thought. Next page. Ooh. After she had picked the last narcissus, The sun slipped behind a cloud, and there was a horrible sound, like Zeus hurling thunderbolts. Except this rumbling and scraping and roaring came from below. Persephone's friends ran screaming from their hiding spot and raced home. But Persephone couldn't move. She was frozen to the ground. Suddenly a team of black horses struggled to the surface, pulling a chariot driven by a tall, dark-haired man in shining armor and a silver tunic. "Ah, there you are, my little blossom picker," he called out, pulling on the reins to stop his team. "The Narcissus belongs to me, and anyone who picks it also belongs to me." "My mother warned me about you gods," Persephone found her voice. "If you don't have a good story on your tongue, you'll make one up to get your way. Here, take our flowers back." Before she could move, Hades grabbed her and pulled her into his chariot. "Too late, my darling, too late, my love. Roots have been torn for the petals above, and Hades will have a new wife instead, a living beauty in the realm of the dead. Too late, my lovely, too late, my sweet. The flower's been picked, so no retreat. Your lot in life the fates have unfurled. You'll wear a crown in the underworld. You'll wear a crown in the underworld. Too late, my darling, too late, my dear. No help will come from a fallen tear. By the river Styx we'll honeymoon while Orpheus plays as us a sweet lover's tune. A sweet lover's tune, a sweet lover's tune. Too late, my lovely, too late. My mother will hear about this," Persephone screamed as the chariots plunged back into the air. "She'll rescue me and punish you." Hades laughed. "She'll never find you, my dear, never." But unbeknownst to him, Hermes, Zeus' messenger, had stopped for an afternoon nap in the lemon grove, and he had witnessed everything. Here's the next page. Back home, Demeter felt the earth shake. Hades is up to no good. Men are never happy unless they're making noise or messing up the scenery, she thought, and she stepped out into the porch of her palace. Persephone's friends were running by. "Is Persephone with you?" Demeter called out. "She's probably behind us," they shouted back. But many hours passed and Persephone did not come home. Demeter was beside herself with worry. She grabbed a cloak to protect her from the chill of the night, with a torch in each hand, and began to search for her daughter. "Persephone," she called, "Persephone." But the only answer was the hoot of an owl and whisper of a breeze through the leaves of the lemon trees. She searched all the next day and the weeks that followed. "Oh, Persephone," Demeter wept, "where are you? If any man or god or creature has kidnapped you, they will know my wrath. If you have come to harm, the entire earth shall grieve. Persephone, 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 oh, I've called your name throughout the night, the empty day, the long twilight. I've searched the woods, the hills, the shore, unlocked the locks of every door. And yet no trace of you I find. What cruelty has fate designed to take you from your loving home and leave me grieving here alone? Persephone, 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 oh, do they think that I'll forget? Without you close, I'll desolate. Without her daughter, Demeter grieves. The willow wilt and drops its leaves. Lemon trees wither and sicken and die, scratching their branches against the sky. Mulberry blossoms fall in a leap. No wheat in the fields. no barley to reap. For sheep on the hillside, the grass is gone. Hungry children grow gaunt and drawn. She wanders and wanders and wanders the world. She wanders the world and can't forget. Without her daughter, she's desolate. Bins are empty, cupboards are bare. The faces of parents are lined with care. Bent and sorrow, Demeter walks by gardens lithed with blackened stalks. She wanders and wanders. She wanders the world. While Demeter roamed the world searching for her daughter Persephone, raged at the underworld captor. Nothing Hades could do would please her. How do you count a captive bird with a jeweled collar? A gentle word with a silver cage, and down my bed a mirror framed with rubies red. Some wine, my darling, in a goblet golden. Drink it yourself. You're ugly and old. A shining gem to pin to your clothes. You can shove it, Hades, right up your nose. A song from Orpheus so sweetly sung. I hope the old singer ruptures a lung. At day's end a kiss, an epilogue. I'd sooner kiss your two-headed dog. How can he think I'd be his bride? An ornate to show off by his side. He can ply me with music, lovers' chants, but he'll find Persephone's not going to dance. From Egypt, my love, some sweet candied figs? Don't waste your time, feed them to your pigs. A savory stew to make you strong? Forget it, Hades, I'm not playing along. Forget it, Hades, I'm not playing along. He can't fool me, she seethed. Everyone knew that if you ate so much as one bite of the underworld, you would soon be bound for all of eternity. In the world above, Demeter continued to search the four corners of the earth. Months went by. In time, even Zeus in his palace atop Mount Olympus heard the rumblings of the discontent. What could be happening to cause such a blight, to make his people moan and cry so? Hermes always knows what is going on, Zeus thought. So he summoned him to the palace. Good heavens, my lord, the world could not be worse. I must say, Demeter is annoying, perverse. She's shirking every duty a goddess should observe. It's hard to find a thing to eat, even an hors d'oeuvre. I know that she's your kin, but still, you must admit, as the queen of vegetation, she's hardly quite unfit. Good heavens, my lord, the world would not be worse. I must say Demeter's annoyingly perverse. To have a decent meal, I've had to hoard and hide. For a god of my high standing, I'm really ill supplied. I'm down to my last truffle, and honey cakes are rare. I can't remember when I ate a pudding with poached pear. Good heavens, my lord, the world could not be worse. I must say Demeter's annoyingly perverse. These are ramblings in the city, and people on the march. They're eating their shoe leather and even laundry starch. I've never felt so bad, my lord, with bringing you the news, but Demeter's causing everyone to cry and sing the blues. But why? Why is Demeter neglecting her duties? It had been a long time since Hermes had seen Zeus look this angry. Persephone has disappeared, he answered quickly. Yes, disappeared. So Demeter's spending every waking minute searching for her, but she'll never find her where she's looking. You make no sense. What are you trying to say? Persephone was kidnapped, taken away to a place she'll never be found. Kidnapped by whom? Zeus roared, and his thunder echoed down the mountainside. Who did this? I'll fry him. And flashes of lightning. Can your lightning reach the underworld? Hades, that scoundrel. He knows I have no power below the ground. Take him a message. Tell him Persephone must be returned to the world of the living, or there will be no more world of the living, and he'll have hordes of the dead arriving on his doorstep. Hermes had hoped he would be invited to dinner, but from Zeus's black door, he pushed that thought aside and took off as fast as his winged sandals would take him. Guys, I'm going to stop it here. I think I'm going to read this in 2 parts. So that's the end. We finished on, these pages are not numbered. Well, we know where we finished. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Maybe it's a bedtime story or a weekend morning coffee story. I'm not sure what, but wishing you guys so much peace. And we'll read this mythological story soon again. Good night.